Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today it's Tip Tuesday. Today I'm making infinity cross pendants inspired by a photo that my niece Emily sent to me. I'm using 22, 18, and 16 gauge artistic wire. I have birthstone gemstones and 6mm glass faceted beads. My tools are the Beadalon Slimline Series chain nose and round nose pliers, their Glimmer Series nipper tool, their nylon jaw pliers, and their bail making pliers. I'm starting with about 7 inches of the 16 gauge artistic wire, and I'm going to turn one end about 1.5 inches from the end and curve it around at the bottom. Holding it with the bail making pliers. We're just curving it out to make one of the lines and curve out the other side with your thumb and finger, holding the wire with the pliers. So this is our starting point. Here we are going to turn the end into a closed loop. This will be in the center of the cross at the back. Clip it flush with your flush cutters or nipper tool. Pinch in the pokey end, make sure it's flush. And we're going to curve the wire around to the side and straight back with the round nose or the bail making pliers, and then curve it up. It ends up looking like a Celtic style cross. The original of this was made by soldering, and because I'm not soldering with the wire, we have to figure out a way to finish it off. We're going to bring the wire to the front, just holding it with the bail making pliers, and then curve the wire around. Bring it right around to the right side. You have to do lots of little adjustments as you go. Turn the cross and hold the wire with the bail making pliers. Bring it right to the back, adjusting it so it's the same on both sides. Make lots of little adjustments and curve it around with your thumb, bringing the end towards the middle. Now we're going to do another loop right underneath the first loop. Make sure they line up right in the center of the cross, and then clip the end flush. Pinch in that pokey end. We will get a 6mm bead and a few inches of 22 gauge wire. String the wire through there, pinch it in so it's snug, and now we're going to place it on top of the loops, bringing the wire to the outside of the loops but inside the cross. And we're going to feed it through the loops, both of the loops, to hold them together. This part's a little tricky to keep it centered. You can use a thinner wire if you want. 22 or 24 gauge wire would work. Bring it through, grab the end with the chain nose pliers, and give it a good little tug. Tighten up both sides so it's centered and tightly in there. Bring the wire again to the back, clip it, feed that little short end right into the loops so it's nice and discreet. This is a nice method of finishing it. It's very secure and pretty discreet. You can't really see the thin wire too much. Clip the other end and feed it into the loops. Give it a good little pinch. Now you do your little adjusting. Make sure the bead is centered. Make sure the wires are nice and snugly tucked in And then you're going to take your chain nose pliers and just give the sides just slight turns so it has a little bit more dimension. Now here's the finished cross pendant. This time I'm going to make it with 18 gauge artistic wire, and I'm using my round nose pliers to start with the little loop in the center and curve the wire. Bring it down towards the bottom, hold the wire with the round nose pliers and bend it straight up. Now we're going to hold the wire and curve it around with your thumb towards the left side. The wire will land just slightly below the loop there. Adjust it and hold the wire with the round nose pliers and bend it to the back. Turn the cross, hold the wire with the pliers and curve it around straight up, just above the loop. Now hold the wire and bend it down towards the front. Reposition your pliers, curve it around towards the right side. We're alternating bending the wire to the front and to the back. Curve it straight out to the side. Adjust it. Keep adjusting as you need. It's a little bit tricky. You might have to make a few samples before you make your finished one. And the wire just brushes across the loop there. Hold the wire and bend it to the back. Curve it towards the center, making sure the sides are even. Flip it to check, and now we're going to hold the wire with the round nose pliers and create another loop that's exactly behind the first loop, so it's nice and discreet. Adjust it to make sure they're lined up, clip the end flush, pinch it in with your chain nose pliers. Flip it around. There's how it looks without the bead. And now you could slide in a little crystal. I would put a little bit of glue on there to make sure it stays in place. I'll take one of my little gemstone crystals, put a little dab of glue. You can use some jewelry glue, some special epoxy. We're going to just slide it in there, and it's going to sit right on top of those loops. So just push it in there, position it in place, let it dry. There's your finished cross with the crystal, and then I did one with a hematite bead, and all three together. Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook to share pictures of your wire art and wire jewelry. Hop over to the Wire Lady TV channel every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I troubleshoot new ideas for wire art and jewelry, and I welcome your ideas and special requests. Also, you can find my new kits and surprise packs in my Etsy DIY shop. There's also templates, tutorials, and ebooks. You can use the coupon code SAVE25 to save 25% when you purchase any 5 templates, tutorials, or ebooks in my Etsy DIY shop. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.